Hey everyone, Ronald here, and I just want to make a quick video and activity that will help us learn a little bit about Teams and what we're going to be doing over the next few classes. So the first thing we have to do is open up Teams on our computer. Now I am on a Mac, which some of you have, so I can go here to Microsoft Teams in the bottom of my window. Another thing I can do is I can go to my Launchpad and I can move my arrows over to get to Microsoft Teams and click on it here. So that's another way to get to it if you're on a Mac. If you're on a Windows computer and you don't have the Teams icon on your desktop, what I want you to do is look in the bottom left hand corner of your screen where it says type here to search, type in Teams like Teams and hit enter and it should pop up and you can click on it to open. So that's how we do it if we're on a Windows PC. Alright, so now that I found out how to open Microsoft Teams, let's get to the fun stuff. So once you open it up, you should have a Office 365 class here. And I'm going to click on this Office 365 class portion right here. And I'm going to look for where it says Files in this area. So once I click on Files, I've got a few things that are going to show up. What I would like to do is I'd like to have you click on Student Folders and we're going to click on that so that we're inside of it. Now, this is a folder, and just like the other files that we saw, this is a shared folder in our org. So every student is going to have access to this, everybody in our class. So what I would like you to do is make a folder with your own name. So I'm going to go to New, Folder, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to type in my name, and I'd like you to type in yours. So now we have a folder with your name. So now you're going to go into that, and we're just going to make a Word document. I'm going to practice this, making a Word document in Teams. So I'm going to say Ronald's first doc. Let's call it that. And you can use your name. And we're going to practice what it's like to work in Teams for a little bit. All right, good. So just in a moment, as this is pulling up, we have a basic Word document that we can use in Microsoft Teams. Now we're using the Microsoft Teams view. So I'm just going to type hello. My name is Ronald, and we have a few options up here. Some basic options that we're going to go over, like how to make things bold, how to play with font sizes. But what I'd like you to look at here is these other options that we have. So we can have a conversation about this document together. So I can say, hello, check out my document. So if I type on that, I'm just going to do it, and you guys can go ahead and do that as well. So we can kind of have a collaborative session on the side about it, right? We can also go to more options, and we can open in browser, and that will open it up on our computer. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like if you need to log in. You might have this email message like I do. Sometimes it asks you to log in when you go on to open in browser. So let me do that again just to demonstrate. So I'm going to say continue here again, and then I'm going to open this up in a computer browser, in a web browser. So how do I do that? I'm going to click on this little three dot icon. I'm going to click on open in browser. And once again, it's asking me to verify my identity. So I have to get a code, which I'm going to check my email for. I'm going to have to switch my accounts real quick, guys. Just bear with me for one moment. Good. And it's going to send me a verification code. So some of us might have to do this to sign in. So I'm going to try to do that. That's my code right there. So I'm going to copy it and paste it in. And I'm going to say, don't ask me again on this device. That way it knows that it's my computer. It won't ask me each time I do this. I'm actually not going to check it to give you guys an example of what it looks like in the future, but I would like you to make sure this box is checked if you get that message, okay? Great. And I'm just going to say no thanks here. Okay, good. So this should open our document up in a web browser, and this is what we're going to talk more about. So initially we started using the Word document editor in Microsoft Teams, but now we're going to go to our web browser, and we can just type another line and said, I'm in my web browser. Now if you have trouble getting to this point, it may be because you have to sign in under the correct account. So right now you should be signed in under the same account it's gonna that it asked you for, that you're using Teams for. If you have trouble getting to this page, and it's saying the account's not authorized or something like that, then we're going to go ahead and correct that. We can work on that together. Oh, look, I made a mistake. So I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to say browser to make a little spelling correction. So that's a quick video on how to create a Word document in Teams in a student folder and open it up in the web browser as well. Please let me know if you have any